quicker to draw than you, baby. Yeah.
I want to see what it sounds like with two people cracking it.
It's a double rainbow.
Double rainbow. That guy died actually.
Really?
I'm pretty sure the double rainbow guy died.
That's
That's an S&P fact until we get some hard evidence on that.
Do you think he died from satisfaction? Like just pure
joy?
Like a triple rainbow just appeared and his heart exploded.
And he just died.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, wouldn't that be the best way for him to go out?
I thought usually you end the podcast on feel good stories, guys, not beginning with it.
Listen, hey, listen, if there's a way to go, it's from pure joy and ecstasy, I'd take it that way.
That'd be Joe. Just
yes, he did die on May 9th in 2020.
Oh, wow.
I think he died of COVID.
Oh,
That's
man.
another S&P.
Damn it, COVID takes another great one.
Yeah.
Another one.
How? Why? What is going on in the world? We lost Betty White.
Yep.
Bob Saget.
Yep.
John Madden. Dude, what is it ever going to end?
Well, John Madden and Betty White were rather old, so that's... Bob Saget was the more surprised of the group.
That was definitely the most... He was like 65, I think. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? He had a conversation with Joe Rogan about wanting to live to like 100. Like, he had zero interest in... Like, not that anybody's interested in dying, but like, you know, some people are like, I don't want to get old.
Yeah.
Bob was like, I want to get old I almost swore there. Old.
I don't know... Did they release what he died of?
They think it's a heart attack, though.
Is that because that's what Betty White had? She had a stroke like 5 days before her death, and it was some sort of complication, and that's how she went.
They found out that Bob had COVID, had been fighting COVID 2 weeks before. They don't know if that had anything to do with it. But it could have probably put a little bit at 65, probably a little strain.
Yeah.
I think Bob probably got his vaccine, so it probably wasn't as bad. But still, it's a lot on your body.
I won't lie, I thought he was older. Not because he looked
I think
older.
He looks amazing for 65.
I
kept
know.
saying that.
But he's always been like a part of life.
Yeah.
You know, even as a kid, it's like even as a kid he was an adult. So I just kind of assumed he was older given how much he's been in like the ethos, you know, how long he's been around.
Well, on that lovely note, thank you again for joining us here on a beautiful Saturday night pregame podcast. I got my boys here, Joe, Chris, and Pat. Pat's not going to speak for 15 minutes in fear of this swear jar. We're probably...
I've been talking the whole time. You guys
Come on, Chris!
Told you I had them lined up for you.
You're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Breathe.
You're going to be like that woman who ended up in the hospital because she was farting into jars from 90 Day Fiancé.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Here's my thing.
I didn't read the article, but
the fact that she was actually farting into jars, I would have just bottled air and threw it out there. Like, I wouldn't be putting all the effort of
See, that's what's wrong with you, Joe. That's dedication. She knows her fans. She knows they're going to get a little sniff of it because it's going to say her
Why not fart in the can?
Get the
aerosol can, fart in the can.
That's exactly what I thought.
You know
that's exactly what I thought.
You know what, you guys, because you guys are...
What the hell are you guys talking about?
You guys are work hard, smarter, not harder. This woman didn't... She's got 100 jars lined up, sitting on them and farting.
Some lady apparently was charging people $50,000 or something for...
I don't know the price.
I don't know the price either. I'm just making up the price.
I think she was 90 Day Fiancé.
Some lady was farting into jars and people were paying for it. The jars.
Yep.
Of fart.
But she ended up in the hospital
because she was hurting herself.
She had been eating really bad food
or too much fiber.
Fart a lot. And then she put severe strain on her body and she ended up in the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm not putting severe strain on myself burping.
It's amazing they got in the hospital with COVID. That doesn't seem like real life-threatening after all that.
See, like that. That's a perfect one.
Nice, Joe.
I thought that was going to be a lot bigger. It really came from the gut, that one, and then it just didn't go anywhere.
If we had any women listen
to
this
classy podcast we have here.
Yeah.
Well, listen, and this
here's the man show.
This podcast is proudly presented to you by DLM Tax and Accounting. Beginning of the year.
How have they not revoked their sponsorship at this point?
Yeah, seriously. It's probably because they don't pay as much. But one day, Pat, we're gonna have some sponsorships, and I'm not gonna have you shenanigans.
I'm hoping it's me on these.
It's gonna be gas.
Check out DLM Tax and Accounting. It's the beginning of the year.
You
want to get your taxes done right. These are the guys that do it. We truly appreciate their support. They are actually buying us dinner tonight, so way to go, guys. Nice. Way to go.
That's you, Joe.
That is yes.
Back to Bob Saget really quick is that was a shocker. I was more upset about Bob Saget dying on Sunday night than anybody that I've heard so far, because Bob was his podcast was always so uplifting and he just was a nice guy. I watched his Hot Wings because we were kind of talking about.
Yeah.
And his just popped up after I watched Gordon Ramsay's.
Yeah.
And that was a good one.
I think his came out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like he had just done a set. He had put out a tweet that he was going to a couple different places for some comedy shows lined up somewhere. And
yeah. He's excited for his new tour.
He emailed Steve Harvey something like the day before or two before he died. Steve Harvey was saying it took him a lot to get through that email.
Yeah, geez, I could not imagine that. It's. I mean, you know what also kind of popped in my head when I first heard about this is like, if it's a heart attack, like, why isn't he? You know, my first thought goes to why. You know, how did the doctors like? Don't you think he would be getting routine checkups on his heart?
Could have been a stroke.
That's a big thing. Yeah.
It could also be. I mean, my mom,
Yeah.
like 3 days before she had her heart attack years ago, she was at the doctor to get her heart checked out.
Oh yeah,
because it was on the radar. You know, like it something previously. I don't know what it was. Went to the doctor, got checked out, full clear bill of health. 3-4 days later, had a heart attack.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, my thought was that it's like it's like stuff building up in your heart that you, and then it stops being able, like it gets.
Well, that's exactly what happened to my mom.
Yeah.
She had a blocked artery.
Yeah.
One of her main arteries, so much so she had to get a stent in there to like keep it open.
Yep.
But
and they didn't see that.
I don't know,
before,
man.
Yeah. See, that's sometimes you wonder with some of the doctors. Are they, you know?
I mean,
because how did you not see? Like 3 days before, like she's in there getting the whole shebang, and they don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, so it's hard to judge. But
yeah, I guess we're not a medical.
It's only
podcast.
a good doctor. What's his name?
Not a doctor anymore.
We own his ass.
Yeah.
Joe Moneybags Keneally for nothing, baby.
What's his name? Dr. Phil.
Poor Bob Saget. Did way too soon.
Yeah.
They had Jim Ross and Tom Mayer. No, who's the singer that
John
Mayer?
John Mayer. Went and picked up Bob Saget's car from LAX for his wife. Like it's a wife,
wow.
yeah. And they did like a kind of clip about it, about like Jeff Ross had to pay $250 to get Bob Saget's car out of the lot.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, and you could only imagine it was there maybe like 5 days. Like that's insane. And
LAX?
You should have done remote parking. It's cheaper.
And he well. Now it's not, honestly, Pat, doesn't matter anymore.
Let's be honest, he could afford it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bob could definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
He got that full house money, baby.
But Jeff Ross
yeah.
can't.
He's
Jeff
got
Ross-
the oh crap! I'm sorry. I just
How I
totally-
Met Your Mother?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a narrator for that.
Yep.
Well, he's got that. He's got Entourage money. He was creepy as all hell in Entourage.
I don't remember him.
He was in Dumb and Dumber.
What did he do in that?
There's blank everywhere.
Oh yes, yeah.
No, he's got Americans Funniest Home Videos money.
Yeah, he's got that.
And Full House money. And the
And
Netflix
Fuller House
script.
money. So that man was rolling in it, but he was always working like insane amount of
Okay,
working.
I have a question for you guys.
But
Let's say
he also did get divorced, so
that could be
75% gone.
So let's say you were making that kind of money, not married, or you're married and you're not divorced, right? Regard, you could be single, married, whatever. Do you think you'd still be that active working, or do you think you'd find other things to do?
I think about that all the time with pro athletes. Like Drew Brees just had a 15-year career.
Yeah.
$300 million.
Yep.
Straight into
Broadcasting.
And then I think about, okay, I'm like, I get it because it's only 3 hours on a Sunday.
And you're doing like 5 months a year only.
Yes. But there's still a decent amount of prep time during the week, you gotta imagine.
He's also calling Notre Dame games too on Saturdays.
Really?
Yeah. He's on NBC, and NBC's throwing him out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing? Like, you have young kids too. Like, do you need what? There's just is that
He's the smartest man alive because he has young kids. He dumps them off on the wife and gets the hell out of there.
I think like someone like Bob Saget or someone in that field. I think you probably just enjoy the rush of being on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, comedy's a little different. It seems like a lot of those. I mean,
but he was starting. He was directing. You know what I'm really going to be sad about? Because Norm Macdonald. Yeah, Norm Macdonald just passed away, and they were doing Dirty Works 2. And Bob Saget, that was his.
Man, I remember. Oh yeah,
Dirty Works, and so Bob went on and to talk to Artie Lang about it, like when Norm died, and he was talking about how like we got everybody's got to get checked out. I'm gonna be because these things happen. And Bob Saget was directing Dirty Works 2.
Oh wow!
And now I'm sure that's gone. Like that would have been awesome. 'Cause that was Chris Farley's last movie. It had Artie Lang, Norm Macdonald. Mm-hmm. It had a bunch of
Happy Gilmore, the villain in Happy Gilmore.
Yes, they also had the comedian who craps on people. I'm trying to think of his name.
Like an insult comic?
Ricketts or
Don Rickles.
Don Rickles.
Yeah,
he's the guy that's the
movie theater guy.
Yep.
He's
yes.
another one.
Yeah.
He's another one that passed away, but that was a long time ago.
He's
a
also
couple years ago.
He's like 100 too.
Yeah.
But he's got
He did a whole bunch of interviews on YouTube that he was doing, like a series that he was working on, and he was bringing in a lot of younger. Well, I mean, of course, they're all younger to him, but like a lot of comics. Sarah Silverman was one of them. It was really cool to watch. It was interesting.
Okay, I guess we should probably get off the death topics. Huh?
Okay. I have a story.
Oh,
for
here
you.
we go, Joe.
Okay.
Now bring it in. Lighten it up a little bit.
So,
Lighten it up.
This is going to be...
R.I.P. Bob Saget.
Yep. To
Yeah,
Bob
same.
Saget.
Cheers to Bob.
Cheers to Bob.
We don't know him.
Bob and Betty.
He was... Full House was one of my shows.
To John Madden.
To Betty White.
Sidney Poitier.
I don't know who that is, but I like it.
Wait, he passed away?
Yes.
Long time ago.
Like 3 days ago.
Sidney Poitier passed away only 3 days ago?
It just blew his mind.
I did not hear about this. Interesting. They have a bridge named after him in the Bahamas.
He's the first African-American actor, I believe, to win the Academy Award.
Wow.
That's an interesting fact.
When I was in the Bahamas, there was a bridge named after him because I guess he was from that area.
From the
Yeah.
Caribbean.
Yep. So
I honestly have no idea who this person is.
Get some culture, Peter.
You would see him. You'd probably know him. I mean, he's been around a long time. But anyway, so okay.
Denzel Washington before Denzel Washington.
Ooh, that's another good story.
Yep.
I got one actually.
Okay.
Denzel,
have you guys heard what happened with Drake?
No.
Now this
was
is
it the hot sauce thing?
Yes.
I didn't. I only saw a GIF of Drake's whole thing with. I have no idea what this is about.
The answer is no.
So none of this is like 100% verified, but this is what's this is what's going out on the internet. Apparently, Drake doing the business with a nice Instagram model lady.
Nice.
And,
as one does.
As one does. Yep. Probably playing his own music. And
when that hotline plays.
Yeah. And
that's crazy. That's the song that you went with.
Lady tried to pull a fast one on old Drakey boy, thinking, "Hey, I want some of that Degrassi money."
Oh yeah.
And tried to take the condom, stick it up there, but Drake said, "Not today." Put some hot sauce in the condom.
No!
Oh no! Tossed it in the trash. Lady's got a fire crotch. Big old fire crotch right now. And
too hot to handle.
And there's talks of her possibly trying to sue, but I don't know how you could even win that case. You tried to take his condom, get a baby, and then got burned, literally and figuratively.
I don't understand why he just doesn't flush it.
Yeah.
Wait, so he does the deed.
Yep.
And throws a little holds it.
Okay, you're thinking what I'm thinking, right? Like, so you walk out. I guess maybe you go to the bathroom, like you're not doing it.
He has hot sauce.
He's got hot sauce somewhere, and he just like. Chop,
In his defense, he's already got a kid with a porn star from One Night Stand, so he's probably not really going that road again.
I didn't know that.
He does that. But my thing is this isn't his first rodeo. Mm-mm. Like he's like, I've seen this. I've seen this movie. I know how it ends 1,000,000 times.
You'd think that maybe let's not go that route again.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you guys see some rapper? I have no idea who he is. He was at the Florida Panthers game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I heard about this on the radio today.
Wait, something Dakota or Kodak Black.
Kodak Black. Yeah.
I have no idea.
And I think the lady was Essence or something like that.
I don't know.
She's another
she's a person. I have no idea who she is.
A
but it looked like they were banging in the owner's box.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good video. But where was it? Or was it? It was New York, right? Yeah, it was the Rangers.
No, it was the Florida Panthers.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
But the police came out and said Kodak Black was not having sex in front of everybody at the Florida game because they have video of it. Was this he was having too much fun. The girl was
grinding up.
Also, the seats are right and right next to it, there's 5 white people.
You know what a fun fact is? In Toronto, they had the hotel, the Rogers, their stadium, the Blue Jays. They had the hotel connected, and I think now you can't the blinds that face the field, you can't open them or they don't open all the way. Because I think like they used to catch people doing the deed on TV. Like they would be like, like when they were broadcast baseball games, like the hotel, some of the rooms would face the field. And people would try. Like,
that was Houston, right?
No,
Toronto. Wow.
I think
that is the worst stadium ever, by the way. I hate it.
That's all I was thinking is like, one, that stadium sucks. Two, I can't imagine seeing anything out of that stadium.
No.
If you're in center field, like there's no center field seating.
Yeah.
Because I think the hotel, like the rooms, like face into it.
Yeah,
like,
I'm trying to think of the outside of it.
I think the Padres Stadium, they have like, I think they have condos like right at the end of the left field, So you could probably see something. You probably get some there if you really wanted to get.
I don't know if that's in condos anymore. I think it was an old factory. I don't know if they've converted it, but you used to be able to like watch the game from in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was like loft, so I could be wrong on that.
That's an insane story.
Yeah.
So was it Drake's own hot sauce or was it because
Did Drake have his own hot sauce?
That's what I think it was.
Not today. It's called Joe.
Dude, I would just grab the hot ones, hottest hot sauce. And just stick that in there.
Last dab?
Yeah.
I love the Bob Saget hot ones because he's going through like 3 or 4. He's like, these are great. He's like, these are so good.
That's how it always goes.
And then one, he's like, how do we go from this?
It's like a moment between like 5, somewhere between like 4 and 6.
Like everybody's had that hot one.
It's just like, oh, this is good. I can't. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they eat it, and then they drop the music. He's like, and then you see him. Sweat starts pouring down, whatever it is.
Bob gets the hiccups, so the whole time he's like,
Somebody else had the hiccups too. I think it was Nick Offerman.
Oh yeah, he did it.
Yeah, he did it, and like I think he gets.
I remember why I like that show. The guy does a really good. If you like a person, he does a really good interview.
I mean, it is some of the best interview. The dude does his homework.
Oh yeah, Bob was asking, how did you know that? He's like, listen, I got a week to.
So where do the wings come from? Do they order them?
It used to be just some random restaurant. I think now they actually have a guy because. Who complained?
Gordon Ramsay.
No, Guy Fieri complained.
Oh,
He's
really?
Like, you're going to give me cold wings from that place down the street, right? Really? Like, you're bringing on a chef you couldn't, like, get...
Well, Gordon Ramsay was on, like...
Gordon Ramsay was
he made the same thing.
Bus.
He's like, listen, we're not... He goes, they look like my dad's fingernails. He goes, I'm going to bring you gourmet wings for his most recent one. He goes, you're going to have that. You're going to
also, Gordon, like, English people don't eat a lot of spicy food, so...
No, but he had, like, every... bag of the trick the first time he went on there. He had milk, he had donuts, he had like everything that you could imagine.
None of it helped.
Donuts is a thing?
Yeah, because sweetness counterreacts the heat.
On this most recent one, he had peanut butter, he had milk, he had Pepto-Bismol.
Yes.
He had some sort of cocktail of like...
It's chalky.
I think the Pepto-Bismol helps with like the stomach and indigestion.
It looked like milk and lemon, but whatever it was, the guy said it was good. He had a whole slew of stuff to just combat that. But you think someone who's got a palate like that and tastes all that food, he would be a lot more adaptable to that situation.
So Chris, as we've been rocking through our advent calendar of beers, literally took a sip and said, "No."
I had 2 sips. I don't like it.
Let me try this.
I really like mine. Mine is Ladenburger.
Land Gang.
It is honored as one of the world's
best.
It's
a brow beer.
Yeah.
Mine is honored as one of the world's best Weizenbock beers.
Nice
the Weizenbock.
Nice
I like this. I like this. The color of the
That's
can.
kind of weird.
Solid proof.
Oh, it's a Pils. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, that's got a weird taste, but it's a Pils.
Don't worry, I'll give
tastes
it a
like
shot.
Pils.
Let's pass around the COVID.
No, it's not bad.
Nah.
Chrissy's just not a Pils guy.
No, I am. I like
really?
pills, but I don't like that.
Chris is a lighter beard guy. He likes his lighter beers.
Yeah, that's not that great.
He doesn't like it dark like the night outside.
That one's got a...
It's not dark, though. Actually, I don't mind like a decent dark beer, like a Doppelbock. I can handle that.
That is a very...
We got to get back on the whiskey train, but we've been... It's been a tough couple of weeks to kind of get everything going here. I cannot.
We gotta get back on the whiskey trail, the train before.
Yes, the whiskey trail. I like it.
Before the old tax season starts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's not talk about work this week. That's again we should probably because I haven't talked to any of you guys at all week. Joe, how's your week going?
Oh, it was long.
I know.
So long.
Is it everybody in the same situation? It's just been miserable.
So long. I like Monday didn't stop working till 8. Today was like a little after 6.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been so, and it's only because everybody was off during like the holidays.
Yeah.
And now everybody
Everybody's
needs
in,
everything yesterday. Everybody needs everything yesterday. It's like, I tried to ask you for all this information before you left. You were still working. You just weren't responding because you were in holiday mode.
It's
20 minutes in. Fuck those people.
Assholes.
Those people.
I have This is up. I will admit that I was wrong, and a portion of so I accidentally forgot to send this application to this lady, and she sent me to. She's like, "Well, you didn't send the application, so we're gonna close it, and when you're ready, you can send me the application." And I was just like,
"Fuck you!"
Oh,
that drives me up a wall because if the shoe
you're
was
customer
on,
service, I'm the customer.
The shoe was on the other foot.
Not anymore, you're not.
No,
here's the thing, because like when you're on the when it's you on the other side, you're like, you made a mistake. Don't worry. Here, let's take care of this. I'll do it right now or whatever it is.
I'll tell you. So no, you're absolutely right. So I had another issue. We had a big F up. We have a company that does some work for us. Mm-hmm. Huge calculation mistake. Huge mistake. And they just sent it to me like, well, we'll just fix it like this. And
It's good.
I'm like, what? No. We're just walk over.
You're not sweeping this under the rug, big boy.
I'm like, I need a manager. I need to talk to somebody. How in the hell did this
Somebody
happen?
get me Manish on the phone.
Yes.
I need to talk to Manish.
And then I'm like, if I get an email 3 days from today, I am going to blow my top. It was not 3 days, 2 days later, like, oh, we're sorry, you're having some difficulty. We'll make sure to get you. I'm having difficulty. Get your crap together. Like, what are we doing? If our accounting firm did that, forget it. Oh. They would have us by the balls.
Oh, yeah.
Fans, this is the ranting and bitching part of the day.
Grind Like Gear section. We brought it back for the new year.
I had multiple people, and this is a perfect example. So many times I've dealt with like a couple of the companies that we work with, and I'm like, listen, this is wrong. You need to fix this thing. Please take us off of this or whatever you're doing, right? Multiple companies I've had this in the last like 6 months. This week, I had no patience for any of it. But this is after repeatable offenses where I was like, it was the most stern, mean emails I've ever written. I had no patience. I was like, everybody's asking for everything right now. I'm working these long hours all because these fucking people don't want to do their shit like 3 days ago or 2 weeks ago.
And they just don't care.
And just
don't care.
And then it's like, hey, here's this thing. When are you going to get it done? It's like, the thing I asked you 2 weeks ago that I needed like 3 days to do? Oh, yeah. No, I'll have it done in 5 minutes. Yeah, sure. Right. Fuck you.
Sends it to you 5 minutes later. Hey, when are you going to have this done?
I got
what the fuck?
So many emails. It goes like, it goes from this person, sends it to their boss. Their boss holds on to it for like 5 days and then sends it to me. And then all of a sudden, the person who started the whole chain is like, when am I going to get this? It's like, dude, your fucking boss, all right? He just gave it to me 5 minutes. Oh, I'm foaming at the mouth.
Real grind our gears moment here.
Oh, brother, I'm telling you, okay. We're all
I'll give you a different grind my gear.
Get it, baby.
Let's do it.
My grind my gear is,
I
think a week from Saturday, there's a movie coming out. And it's a remake of a movie that came out when we were kids. And I don't quite understand why the fuck it's coming out in January. And it's Scream.
Oh, yeah.
Why
in the fuck
is
is it a remake or a reconsideration?
It's like, I don't...
It's kind of... I read up on this today.
I think it's going to have all the original cast in it.
It brings back a lot.
The ones that died too?
The main three...
Yes.
Main 3 or 4...
Damon Wayans is coming back.
Drew Barrymore's back. I like it.
The Arquettes...
they never died, though.
No, but we're not that... He's talking about the cast in it.
Yeah.
The cast in it. Like the 2 Arquettes...
They didn't die in the movies, though, right?
Will you shut the fuck up? No, clearly they didn't die. They're not dead. These are the only people
I have a
that
solid
survived.
question after you finish.
It's the David Arquette and his sister.
Wait, did they die?
It's his wife, ex-wife.
They both died.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
that
really?
was my question.
Courtney
Cox.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was
gonna
my
lie.
question.
I thought they were siblings. Yeah. I don't know this stuff. I don't know this stuff. I know.
So my brother and sister would make out in the movie. Nice. I like these movies a lot. I like these movies a lot.
Haven't seen them in years, but I have heard good things about it. It's like a reboot. It's a soft reboot, kind of like The Matrix. Yep. Like The Matrix came out. It takes the old stuff. It's almost like a new jumping on point with the old characters. They're in it and a bunch of new people. And I've heard it's actually really, really good.
But
don't like the idea and don't.
First one without Wes Craven because he died in 2015. Yep.
I don't know who Wes Craven is.
He's the guy who did Nightmare on Elm Street.
Huge, prolific, like, horror character.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I think he did the Escape from New York.
You guys are too smart for I'm in the wrong
time. Give me like 10 minutes of research for this podcast.
I've been
10 fucking minutes.
On Netflix.
You guys give me notes of where we're going to go. I swear to God, I'll research. But this is way beyond me.
I've been watching movies that made us on Netflix, and so it gives you all the background on that. Like, they have Coming to America, Halloween.
I watched that and RoboCop on the way to Vegas.
Yeah. It's a fun show, because it's all the movies you grew up with.
But to Chris's point, sorry.
You're gonna nail my
his
point.
Is Scream in January.
That's bullshit. It should be out in October, September.
That's when Saw 95 comes out.
Directed by Ice Cube.
On a side note, Pierre doesn't want to play Jeopardy with me anymore because I'm whooping his ass.
He cheats. He cheats.
It's all up here.
Is there a real? Is this like real? Like what is this?
No, he's got. So
it's like a Words of
Pierre
Friends
got
deal?
for Christmas last year was a Jeopardy calendar. So there's like
You're
question.
talking about this last Christmas?
Yeah, last Christmas.
Oh, okay.
What the
that was
fuck
incredible.
was that?
You didn't even mean to do that, did you? No, he was.
I thought it was Pepsi throwing something at me. Oh, by the way, Pepsi's here for the 12th time. Nobody.
First of the year though.
Get your penis out. Just get it out.
Yeah.
Slap it on the table.
Jesus, nobody wants that.
It's already on the show. Can't see it.
That's the clip right there. Mark it. Time mark it.
Okay, go.
But so Pierre got last year for Christmas, not this year, not like literally.
Not this last Christmas.
2020.
The previous one. Okay.
Yeah, we got a Jeopardy calendar for 2021, and like you get a clue. You get like a Jeopardy question, and so Pierre's been sampling it out to me, and I don't know.
He sent me to one accidentally once, and I got it right.
And the last like 2 weeks, I've just been straight murdering Jeopardy.
Google's a great friend of his.
He thinks I'm cheating, but I've literally murdered it.
No,
I'll tell you right now. I'll be honest. The only one that I did Google was chicken soup for the soul. I did not know that one.
I knew that one. No, here's the
but
thing.
I've gotten all the other ones besides that one.
You know how you know you're compatible with the person you're dating is
how dumb they are compared
They're stupid
to
like you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lauren's guesses are just about as good as mine, so we're perfect.
Pierre's like, okay, here comes Lawrence, completely wrong. Here comes Chris. Okay, he may have Googled this. I'm not quite sure.
So you're the Sean Connery points wise here of Jeopardy when you're on there like, I'll take you're at negative 10,000, Sean.
Oh, I would owe them a house at this point if we went toe to toe.
You ever see the one with Martha Stewart where she's like,
can we disable this buzzer, please?
Yeah.
You ever see the one with Martha Stewart where she's like, in Final Jeopardy, you answered nothing and you wagered nothing. I don't need your chump change, Alex. You're playing for charity. Screw him. That's me.
Peter's like pushing the buzzer. We cut that off 10 hours ago, Peter. You can stop pushing it now. I know this one!
Yeah, I mean, some of these questions, like, and it's all joking around, but they're really good things to learn, but sometimes...
They are. There was literally like 2 weeks there where I think we got like women's studies and something to deal with art, and Pierre just kept saying questions, and I'm like, I have no clue. Just move on to the next category.
Completely out of your...
out of my wheelhouse, yeah.
Not good.
So you wanted me to tell you about bringing up the Red Cross?
Yeah, I was going to probably bring this up towards the end, but...
Okay, then I can bring up my fact.
Oh, yeah,
I learned
you
today.
get your fact.
So I learned a fact today.
Okay.
I'm assuming Pat knows, Joe may know, and I think Pierre may know at least one of the countries.
Oh.
Today I learned...
I'm so bad at geography, I probably know none of them.
Today I learned that Coca-Cola is sold worldwide except for 2 countries.
Ooh.
Do you know what 2 countries it is?
2 countries.
2 countries.
North Korea.
Bam.
Gotta be,
you knew
one.
For sure, that was an easy one.
Yep.
You know what I did? I do think I remember hearing it getting banned in a country because it's just bad for the people. But I don't remember what country it was.
Would it be somewhere like...
Can you guess the continent? Or is that too...
No, I think you may. I think if I gave you the continent, it'd be too close. I think it'd be part of... Yeah, no, I
How about you give us 2 continents that it could be part of?
No, because then I'd screw it up for sure. I guarantee you, if I gave you the right continent and the wrong continent, you'd automatically get it. I'll screw it. I'll give you 2 continents.
I'm thinking...
I'm going to give you Europe and North America.
Wait.
Europe, North America. Well, there's only 3 countries in North America. I'm pretty sure it's in all 3 of those.
Would it? No. Well, I was thinking Cuba for a second, but they've opened up...
Joe Keneally, for the win.
Wow.
Well, I was just thinking like
Wait, is that
Cuba.
North America?
Yeah.
I thought it was North. I don't know. I think it is.
Okay.
This is. I don't know if it is or not.
It is,
I'm
it
not.
is,
But I was just thinking like who.
I don't know what the Caribbean falls under there.
Yeah,
but
it's close enough.
The only reason I thought Cuba was because they were closed off for a while.
yeah.
From,
They literally do not sell Coca-Cola.
That's interesting.
They just
I
sell
would've thought-
the cocaine version that they use.
Yeah.
The old school version.
Yeah, I learned that today. I found that very interesting. You know how I learned that?
How?
I was busy on this stupid accounting seminar that we were doing, and I found an article about people who got the wrong telephone number and sending text messages. And this one person was sending a text message to a guy, and he's like, "Hey, Travis, blah, 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 this and that." And the guy's like, "I'm not Travis." And, like, the person just kept sending this, like, "Well, I don't know why you're being so rude to me. You called me, and I'm just trying to talk to Travis." And he's like, "I don't know how much plainer I can make this, but I'm not Travis." And he just kept, like, being, like, trying to talk to Travis. It's like, okay, if you just won't get this through your head that I'm not Travis, I'm just going to send you random stuff. And the first one was, Cuba and North Korea do not allow don't allow Coca-Cola.
Is there a reason for? Did you look up any
I
reason?
did
What was
not
an embargo?
I
Cuba
looked it up
has
to
an
make
embargo.
sure. I did go.
No, we
look
have an
up-
embargo on Cuba.
Yeah.
Not
We can't-
anymore
we
though.
can't send
There
it.
we
Yeah,
go.
we now we
Trump,
Trump
Trump,
put it
Trump.
back in.
Oh really?
Yeah, Obama's like,
Wow, that was like
Obama's like, let it
wow.
happen, and he's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
because
I did
it
look
was
it up to make
everything.
sure it was
Everybody,
true.
yeah, everybody, not everybody, but everybody thought like that's a good idea. Like let's try to work with Cuba, but since it was such a popular thing that Obama did, Trump immediately was like, get out of here.
There's also a city in New Zealand that has like the longest like name of any like place in the world. It's got 80 letters in it. It's just some.
Oh, I heard about this.
It sounds like a lot of this text.
I have another Coca-Cola.
Oh, it's in
fact.
the same text message thing.
I read another Coca-Cola fact like 2-3 days ago that in 1935 a rabbi had to learn the recipe of Coca-Cola to prove that it was kosher, so that Hasidic Jews were able to drink it.
Wow.
Because Hasidic Jews can only eat kosher food. So he's like one of the only people, other than the chosen few in the Coca-Cola company, to know the actual
Is he still
recipe.
alive?
Nah, he's dead. I'm
he's
gonna
not.
guess he's dead. 1935.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, he's
So
probably-
doesn't-
Wait, he was an adult in 1935, or he was born in 1935?
No, he was born in the year 1935.
He was doing this in
A
35.
Jewish rabbi
So he was like 20
Yeah.
or 30
He
years old.
gone.
could be
If he's alive, God bless him. He's like the oldest person in bed right now.
That's the same thing with
but
the
he had to go and learn the recipe.
the 7
give
herbs
it
and
the
spices,
okay.
right? Or is it what for KFC?
KFC's the 11 spice.
Yeah, and that's
There's
like-
somebody. Another thing. The other day when I was on this accounting seminar,
this-
I looked
is
up
this
another
You're
article.
doing a good job here.
Is
I
this
did.
related to Twitter?
Yeah, somebody on Twitter, like there was like a thing where
I think I know this.
they're like, hey, list out company secrets, and one of the company secrets was some guy from KFC listed out all the 11 secret ingredients and how much you need to use to make Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
And the colonel's like, I kill him.
Also, for everybody out there, if you go and rent a car and you rent an economy car, and they come up to you and say, "Hey, I got a discount on a bigger car or something like that," it's a lie. They're all out of economy cars, and they want you to accept taking the discount on a bigger car, and but they got to give you. If you don't accept it, you get the bigger car at the economy price. So never accept the discount.
Oh.
Great. And see, you learn more.
This is what I love about this podcast.
The more you know.
You know what's kind of crazy to add to that. In 2021, they found 70 new species.
Of what?
Like
Like new species that they never knew about?
Like birds, animals,
That's pretty
fish,
cool.
Dinosaurs.
great apes, humans.
Saber-tooth tiger somehow made a comeback.
They found that dinosaur egg that basically has a completely intact
Embryo.
not even embryo. It's like almost at hatching point.
Jurassic Park is coming into real
It
life.
is, I think just in the last couple of weeks.
But it's
They've been saying that for a while,
It's like
though.
fossilized though, right?
It's
Or is it in
because it was in the shell or in the egg or whatever, like in its egg. It was almost fully formed, and it's one of the most like intact dinosaurs they've ever found in human history.
Was there also
Okay, so
larva-
they can't take it. They can't do. But they're saying this is what a real dinosaur looks like.
It could be something like that. Yeah.
Did you? Is there a picture yet or no?
Well, they had one, but I'm not sure if it was actually. I think it was more like a.
It was more like taken from Jurassic.
It was like
Park.
a sketch of what it.
Do they know what kind of dinosaur it was?
No. So it was just recently discovered. They haven't. They're starting to research it now.
What are they waiting
for?
Get their shit together.
Just get a hammer, crack that son of a bitch open, see what's inside.
Well, they're not gonna be like it's completely like they're not. You're not. There's nothing you're doing with that. What they're gonna do is they're gonna MRI it and they're gonna see. And you'll understand. Well, maybe we'll have a better idea if dinosaurs had feathers like they think. I'm pretty sure dinosaurs are like. Think about birds like chickens. Mm-hmm. Think about them like. Just the biggest things. That, or like look at like a alligator, and that like just insanely huge. That's what probably most dinosaurs look like.
There was something I looked up, and it's like there was a bird on Madagascar, and it literally was ginormous. I don't want to call it like a giant ostrich, but it was like an ostrich on steroids. It was the craziest looking bird ever.
Aren't ostriches the closest thing to dinosaurs? They say, right?
I didn't know that. I've heard birds in general.
I thought ostriches because they're. I thought that was.
Could be. I don't know. A lot of S&P facts flying around.
Yeah. The like just kind of the crazy thing is like some of these like of the 70 that they
elephant bird is what it was.
Oh baby,
it's the size of an elephant.
Oh yeah,
you can find it on Madagascar.
When you go to in Chicago, when you go to the Museum of Science and Industry, and you look at some of those like plaster casts of like some of those animals, and the reason they know they're that big is because of the tar pits from California.
I think it's the Field Museum you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Field Museum, whatever. Which one? But some of those things are, I mean, like the giant slog or whatever it is. Some of those things are insane, or the giant grizzly bear. It's insane how big some of those animals were. And then you look at the dinosaurs and like how they were able to like roam around there is just absolutely insane. But so some of these of the 70, they're like actually like big animals that they are kind of like missing. Some like sharks and fish. That usually when they find things, it's like an ant or like a beetle or a frog, and it's like okay, you kind of missed that. Like or they look like that frog and that frog kind of look similar, but there's like a different polka dot here.
Yeah.
When you're missing like some big fish, you're like, all right, this is kind of crazy.
Well, anything in the ocean, I mean,
that's yeah.
I watched one of the ocean once. It was like they showed how deep the ocean is. Like there are points of the ocean that are like so deep you could have like multiple Sears towers. Like
it's like you can fit like multiple like Mount Everest in there.
The Mariana Trench is I think the deepest part of the ocean, and that is
just dark.
I mean,
there's nothing.
Up until...
Would you see some of the animals that come out of there? It's like good.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
And you can't take them up either. Because the amount of pressure down there.
Oh, yeah.
You bring them up and they just turn to like slug-looking things because the pressure's so heavy. I mean, it was only in the late 90s that we were able to actually go down there because of James Cameron.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of research and money that he put into that. That was like the first time we ever got that deep in the ocean.
James, what'd you do with that Titanic money? I went down the ocean.
Yeah. There was a Discovery Channel thing about mermaids. I think it was.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. And I forgot what it was called, but it got me so intrigued. I honestly, I was convinced that this potentially could have happened.
There are things that I've heard. Man, I don't want to sound stupid, but like are things that I've heard that really do. Like, it's not that like mermaids were real, how we recognize them, like Ariel, like half human, half fish. But there are things that they've, discovered or, parts of things that they're like, oh, this could have been the inspiration for.
Yes.
And it is just so, like,
could there have been, like,
giant
sea
squids?
Mammals?
Like enormous squids that are just.
Well, those are real.
Take down ships. It's like
I don't know about that, but I see what you're saying.
They found, like, enormous, recently, like, 50-foot squids, like, in length that they're like, oh, this could have been the inspiration for all these stories from, sea scallywags from centuries ago.
But that's what they say. A lot of stuff, like, we think that, like, primitive times, like, people made these stories up. A lot of what the stories are just passed on from, like, things that they actually saw.
Yeah, they just get exaggerated.
Yes, over time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember thinking that, and I'm like, for like months, I would be Googling, like, is it really, like, and how they explained it was, in Africa, when we were, evolving, some went to the water and some went to land. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that kind of makes sense. And then they evolved in water. And then, okay, now they're like, kind of like, not like the mermaids we think of, but like almost like mermaid, like, sea monkeys.
Yeah.
Because don't they think like killer whales and wolves kind of have like a connection of some sort?
Well, I mean,
I'm really confused by this.
most
Don't be.
The world's only 4,000 years old.
That was great, Pat. That was great.
Oh,
That was great.
oh, there's the clip for the week.
Yep, that's.
Oh, at least getting an S&P
And we'll
joke
leave
out.
our S&P education corner at that, and we'll be moving on. That was fantastic. I hope the mic caught it.
Yeah.
But on the way home today, got to see the Wienermobile.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, I got a picture of it here.
Oh, so you're driving, taking pictures, huh?
I had
Way
to
to go.
I had
Way
to.
to save money.
When you see the Wienermobile, you gotta take a picture.
There's no chance I was not gonna take a photo of it.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
a big wiener.
Oh yeah, man, and way bigger in real life. I had no idea. And yeah, got off, and it was right behind me. I was like, "This is incredible! This is incredible!"
Luckily, it didn't rear-end you.
Yeah. Oh man, I would have been gone.
Well, his car would have been right on top, so he would have been connected to the Wienermobile at that point.
Like
I would have been the catch up to that hot dog.
Chris, you're gonna have one of you two's gotta open up the. Let's read that out for me, Chris.
I'll get a glass. Chris will split it.
House Brendel Hell.
This is kind of a fun
Familien Brauerei Schwarzbau.
story. Two police officers got fired this week.
I heard about this.
You know what they got fired for doing, Chris?
I'd love to hear. Just guess.
Yeah,
Both
there's
of
a
you.
million reasons you could get
Both
fired
of
as a
you.
police
I know
officer.
it's very.
Where
out
is this?
there. This was in California,
Yeah,
right?
California.
Yeah.
Yep.
Banging in the police cruiser.
So
That's a good guess.
Just to give you precedent, a police officer answers a robbery
Yep.
at a mall.
Yes.
Oh, sweet. It's the other police officer was robbing, and the police officer responding helped him rob, and they both got away, and that's why they got fired.
Chris, I'm not gonna lie, that's where my mind went because the squad car was found like in the area,
Yeah.
and the cop was like, I put out a call, nobody else could respond. Hey, there's a police car here.
Yeah.
So that's okay. That's your guess, Pat. I mean, really, just throw it out there. Get real.
Yeah. Not many
Not
of the 900
elaborate,
reasons.
not
we've seen.
elaborate, but just. I mean, you could really take a shot in the dark here, and
So they were both fired.
Yeah.
they're both fired.
Gone.
They were sleeping in the back of
Nobody
the
got
cruiser,
hurt. I'll just
and
give you that.
the robber from the mall found the cop car, took the cop car, drove it to his escape car, and they still were asleep in the back.
I was kind of thinking along those
I
lines.
legitimately thought when I first was reading about this story that is what happened. Especially when he said like the cop car was there. I was like,
Yeah.
these motherfuckers are robbing the place.
You know what they were doing? They were trying to catch a Snorlax.
On Pokemon Go.
I can't
That's still a
blame
thing?
them.
That's still a thing?
I can't blame them because Snorlax is an awesome Pokemon.
Yeah, no, I
Very
love it.
rare in the Pokemon ethos.
But maybe help your fellow police officer out who's trying to stop 5 guys from robbing a Macy's.
Here's the worst part. They heard the call,
Yep.
decided not to answer it. All because they were trying to get the Snorlax. And the only reason they got caught, well, not the only reason, but like the reason they got caught,
Is because the guy was like, he wasn't in the area. He was in the area, but the call went out to them, and he's like, "Oh, I see this police car. I don't wonder why they're not going." And he went over there and tried to stop it. And then they kind of looked into what they were doing.
This has got to be like a...
and it's all on their body cams.
Yes.
Yes.
All of it's on their body cams. So you have, much like if you've ever seen that Rick and Morty, like court document that they do. It is just It's just a breakdown of each like. There's only 2 of them, but both cops like talking, and they're driving around the neighborhood, and they're like, "Nah, we won't get that call. Oh my God, there's a Snorlax over here. We gotta find it. We gotta catch it." And then their responses were like, "No, we weren't playing Pokemon Go. It was this other Pokemon game, and when you fight it, it's like you gotta." Do something to take a picture of. It's like they tried to lie so bad.
Oh, and they're like, and I couldn't hear the call come in. Oh, it was ridiculous.
Oh, and they drove outside of their district, like where they should even be patrolling. They're like, no, we were just trying to, we saw something and we happened to get pulled out. Oh, it was so bad. So bad.
Ridiculous.
Thank God that guy didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
That's all I thought about.
Are there any Pokemon Go's in the Downers Grove area that could get fired for doing these kinds of things?
Man, oh man. Sometimes I see him.
I still remember.
In my work parking lot. No, in my work
people
parking lot.
were dying when they came out.
There'll be cops just like chilling because it's like where I'm at, off of where I am, it's like a hill, and then you go down, and so cops will just hang out in that parking lot, and they can't pull over anyone, but they'll just be like napping and stuff sometimes in the morning when I drive in.
Yeah. That's why I kind of think of that one guy that, I don't know if you ever noticed the cop that's on Harlem, where he either parks in the church parking lot, he used to park in like where the car wash is, it's now the Taco Bell. He'll park behind or right around the Mr. Beef over there.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced that guy must be sleeping in his car because he does not do anything to like make himself inconspicuous. Lights on, like his headlights are on and everything. You can tell it's a police cruiser that's sitting in this parking lot.
There's a guy at Elston that goes past the DMV and past the Marianas there. There's some kind of building, like office over there, and he sits there at night. And I've seen people like just fly by him. And doesn't even like lights don't go on. I'm pretty sure the dude's sleeping in that car.
I believe it.
Oh yeah.
Right by that bar that our uncle likes to frequent.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I went to a GameStop by my apartment a couple days ago.
Damn, GameStop?
Or maybe before Christmas to get like a gift for Katie.
You get some Pokemon?
And yeah, I was buying my Pokemon.
I actually saw Pokemon cards at Walgreens, and I was so tempted to buy them.
I saw a dude buy a slew of Pokemon cards when I went to GameStop.
Nice.
I was like, I didn't know this was...
Yeah,
I mean, Pokemon was huge back in the day.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was still... Maybe not that huge, but like I didn't know people were still that passionate about it.
Random fact, did you know that card that Jake Paul or the other Paul, one of the Paul brothers wore to the fight? Mm-hmm. He took a huge bath on that. He sold it and took a huge loss.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Didn't know its value at all.
Jeez.
Man, they needed some cash.
But when I went there was a cop car pulled up in front. And I was like, oh, damn, did some shit happen at GameStop? Nah, he's just looking for games.
Oh, yeah?
He was at the wall looking at video games and
Someone
stuff.
tries to rob his store. He's like, all the places.
Yeah, one cop was in the squad car. The other cop was in...
He's probably trying to get a late Christmas present.
Yeah. You gotta get,
Yeah.
You gotta imagine, though, that night shift, if it's not on, it's gotta be the hardest shift ever.
Well, it depends where you're stationed. Like, if you're in, like, certain parts that's your high area, but if you're, like, in, like, this area at night, yeah, you're probably pretty bored.
Yeah. Well, no, you're right. Yeah, if you're in the west side of Chicago.
Well, that's what I thought. Like, what is it? When we talked to the one guy that we do taxes for, we thought Harvard Heights, he would do the night shift from, 11 to 7. You think, oh, there's nothing going on in Harvard Heights. It's boring. He was like, nah, man, they just sell drugs out here all the time. We're busting down people's doors. And,
if you got a motel and any of the area that you have to your route where you're driving around,
patrol.
Forget it. Yeah, patrol. You're going to be at that motel most nights.
Did you hear about the police chase that went from northern Indiana into South Side Chicago?
No.
Was this recently?
I think it was last week or the last couple of days. It was this huge police chase that went through northern Indiana and ended in South Side Chicago.
It's insane.
It's wild.
It was
I prefer Coors Light, Chris.
Yeah.
What's this one taste like, boys?
It's got hop at the end.
It's just kind of really a dry beer.
Can I have a sip? Mm-hmm. Oh, is there still some in here?
Yeah.
We gotta get through these, boys. We're at day 13. You try a little, Chris.
Go for it.
Thanks, Joe. So we gotta get through.
That one tastes like the rest of them.
Yeah. None of these beers really taste that different.
The
This
only
one's
one
pretty
was
good.
the
Try
Land
this
Gang.
one. It's not bad.
Land Gang was very different.
I like that one better than this one.
Yeah, that
You
was
like this one better?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Let me try that one.
That tastes more like a wheat beer.
This is pretty light to it.
It's just dry. It's got nothing going.
Weird.
for it.
I do. Wow, that's got a weird.
Oh,
Weird.
yeah. I kind of like that. It's got a little bit. It's
Weizenbach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's a
got
wheat
that
beer.
Bach.
It's a white beer.
It's a wheat beer for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we get into Joe's call of the century?
Oh,
Joe,
Man.
this year I'm gonna tally it up, but your locks of the century.
He either lost 3 or 4. He was pretty good this year.
Did you pick the Raiders last week?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I effed up. I went opposite. And I went under, and I went
the Chargers.
Chargers to cover.
I wouldn't say the under because they both
Did
have
you guys
shitty
hear
defenses.
the thing around that game?
Yeah.
On the Raiders game?
Yeah.
No,
What was going to happen?
Yeah, if they tied,
Like the tied
if they
thing?
tied, they both got the playoffs. And then Pittsburgh.
Not that part, but the part where the coach was going to let the tie happen.
Yeah, the Raiders were going to play for the tie.
Yeah.
And then the
San Diego
coach
called the timeout, and they're like, well, fuck it.
The Raiders coach was ready to end it with a tie. And because the Chargers called a timeout, he's like, "Oh, we got time to pull this together and make a last-minute play," and that's the only reason they won. Otherwise, it would have ended in a tie. He's like, "Why did the Chargers even call a timeout?"
You guys try to justify he had no good reason.
Big thing.
Yeah.
People were like, "Why the hell did the Chargers call timeout?"
As they're kicking the field goal, you can see they pan to Herbert on the sideline, and he's like, "I've never wanted a tie so bad in my life." He's saying to the coach as the kick's about to go up and kick it in.
And something else I heard that I think it was the Chargers coach.
Wow,
big stats guy, right? Like plays.
He goes for fourth all the time.
He goes for fourth. Yeah, that was a huge thing I've heard about.
Yeah, he went on fourth and
he
went on 4th and 1 at like their own 18 or something.
They also
quarter.
That was the big play.
They tied the game in the fourth quarter on a 4th and 18 touchdown.
Did they?
So.
Yeah.
I just remember.
But had he kicked
like
it
I was going to bed and I flipped the game on 4th and 1. They hand it off to Eckler at their own 18 and he gets stopped for like a 2-yard loss. I'm like. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And I've watched the Bears all season.
But
Matt Nagy got fired.
Yep, and Ryan Pace.
And the Dolphins coach.
6 coaches got fired.
8 coaches, 2 more coaches.
What other 2?
The Texas coach got fired.
Texas coach
today.
Wait, Houston?
Yeah. Houston.
Why?
Because they think he wants.
They want the guy from Miami guy.
I heard that Miami guy. One, I heard he got a bunch of Coors Light delivered to his house. And two,
why?
Oh, that's the New York Giants guy? Okay.
Oh,
why?
Joe Judge got fired. He got Coors Light? Why can't I get
He got beer and pizza delivered to his house after.
For what reason?
Why did he get Coors Light?
Because he loves a good beer.
I love Coors Light, and I haven't gotten any delivered to my house.
He bought it. It's not like it was not like Coors
Light. No. Yeah, he had ordered
okay, well.
I thought it was the
Coors Light. We're still waiting for that delivery.
Let's go with this. So
I thought it was
John Gruden.
Well, but he kind of quit.
Okay, let's just go through it.
John Gruden's that coach might be retained, though. We don't know. Yeah.
What, John Gruden?
No, the interim guy. He might.
That's fine, but John Gruden's out.
Urban Meyer.
Matt Nagy. The
Minnesota. Mike Zimmer.
Joe Judge. Brian Flores. Texans guy.
Yeah.
And the Denver guy.
Oh, and
Fangio.
But I heard Brian Flores' big thing was he didn't go well with a lot of
Tua. He
didn't like Tua and the GM.
But Watson wanted to play with him, so that's why. And he has New England ties, and the guy from their GM is from New England as well. So they think that's.
I heard a lot of people were surprised about Miami because they've had a lot of winning.
Well, they won like 7 in a row.
They lost 7 in a row to begin the season, and won 7 in a row to end the season.
Yeah.
Wow.
Coach. And
the man, the myth, the legend, Peter McGraw steps up and gives you the Georgia win.
And now Lovie Smith is out of a job again, guys.
Did he get fired too?
Well, he's a D coordinator for Houston. I'm assuming he's fired.
I mean, I'd keep him.
Oh, he's a D coordinator for Houston?
Yeah.
What happened to coach?
He got fired in
Illinois. Yeah, it wasn't good.
He's not good at college football either.
No. I thought when I was listening to
he wasn't figuring enough girls like Urban Meyer.
I thought when they were talking on ESPN, I thought he was actually going to go coach as the University of Texas because I couldn't figure out why they would get rid of the Houston guy who spent a year. And that's insane to me. And he didn't have that. He had the team playing for him.
Yeah.
Who's Mr. Showtime? He coaches.
Oh, yes.
Deion Sanders.
Did you hear about the big upset that he recruited some
he's recruiting
huge players?
He's got 2 guys out of like Alabama's got like 8 or like 90%.
Yeah, some of these guys
they're not going for a national championship anytime soon.
Yeah. But I mean, he's recruiting.
Still impressive the names
he's still recruiting people. Yeah,
to
like the school that he's at.
If I was a bigger school, why aren't you going to Deion and saying, "Hey, come on, like listen, you can do this."
I think from what I've heard, is like people don't want him because he doesn't have the experience. Because he went from teaching a high school.
Yeah, but if you're like a state school, let's say Maryland, who's just the butt of all jokes when it comes to football,
might as well, man.
Why not go pick him up and say, "Hey, come"?
They probably want to pay him.
That could be it too.
I guess so.
Prime time ain't doing this for free, Joe or Peter.
There are certain schools that know where their bread and butter is at. Like, football, they kind of do football, like Maryland and Rutgers.
Like DePaul and girls softball and
women's basketball. Men's basketball had a big win against Seton Hall.
We didn't forfeit any more games because of COVID?
No, none of the games got forfeited because they realized that their best team, Providence, was having COVID issues too, and they would have to forfeit games because they made the ball, so they rescheduled all of them. They didn't. Nobody's forfeited games. They've all been canceled.
So I got
and rescheduled.
I got 2 things, and I'll let you ladies get on with your Saturday nights.
Red Cross.
3 things, and we'll end with the Red Cross. But one thing was did you guys see China is creating an artificial sun because they're trying to want clean energy. And they're creating an artificial sun that will produce all their energy needs. And they just, this week, they've gotten insanely close to doing that. And it's all, based on... the science is ridiculous.
Wow.
We would need, Max to explain this fusion technology, like he explains crypto to
New
me.
proud father.
Yeah.
New proud father had his baby today.
What was his name?
I think it's Augustine,
Okay.
but I can't tell if it's Augustine. Well, I thought Augustine ended in an E.
Oh, I got another one.
Augustine.
Just thinking.
2 days of labor. That poor woman. She went to get induced on Tuesday.
That seems about right for a
Tuesday
kid. It's
night.
Max's. I see that.
Yeah, he babies.
That kid can probably stream
just
like
like
that
Max.
kid can probably stream like all hell.
That okay. Usually newborn
Can I make a
babies,
joke?
real ugly.
Can I put it out that it's going to be a joke?
Yeah, go
Oh,
for
no,
it.
you're right. That's
That's a brand new, like
Lawrence-
4-hour-old baby
Yeah.
when he took that photo. That's
Well-
a cute baby.
Well, Lauren said the same thing. Like, that's the cutest baby ever. But
It is incredible.
it seems pretty white.
I thought the same thing.
Am I not telling you?
Just for background, Max, light-skinned black guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, couldn't. I mean, he does look like Max from like the nose up.
Poor kid.
100%.
So he's got like a fro.
But
He's got a
man,
fro with
not,
a white fro.
Not the like. I thought the same thing. I was gonna make a joke.
I was too, but I didn't want to be a
I was gonna make a joke, but I was like, "Hey man, he gave
Chris
birth to a
gave the
healthy,
nod. He's
happy
like,
baby."
yeah, you're right.
I was like,
I didn't really
was
pay attention to the picture. I'm just like, oh, cool.
Max said that joke. He's like, haha, proof I had sex. I was
Yeah.
like, are you sure? Are you sure?
But I was like, I don't want to be that guy, but
Yeah.
I literally sent it to Lauren, and I was like, she's like, oh my god, so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Whose baby is it? Max.
I'm like-
Max who? Our friend Max. What?
No.
This kid is closer to my skin complexion.
Oh, yeah,
than
yeah,
Max's.
yeah.
I was like, Lauren, do you think it's a little white?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you couldn't even tell that that's, not to be weird, but you wouldn't even be able to tell that that's a mixed race.
Well, they
baby.
do change over time, though, so it'll.
Maybe.
Yes.
I don't, I know nothing
I don't
about
know
newborn
science.
babies, but yeah.
Well,
It's only 4 hours old.
Yeah.
It's okay.
If it holds on, it'll be better.
Beautiful baby.
If it holds on, it'll do better.
Thank God, knock on wood, healthy, happy baby.
Yeah, seriously. Didn't want to come out, but it's okay.
Oh,
They get too comfortable in there.
2 days.
Oh, brother.
2 days.
Good Lord.
Well, you got out of COVID, right? You got out of COVID protocol. Obviously.
Yeah.
That's good, too.
Yep.
No COVID to report in this group. So we're
Yeah,
good.
or anyone that we know, right?
Yes. Not at this point.
Yeah.
So, knock on wood.
No new cases.
Evidently, had my company had COVID like right in the last couple of weeks. Like half the company was like COVID positive.
Oh, boy.
Oh yeah, there was a huge blow up at the Christmas party. I wasn't able to make
I'll
it.
also well, listen, we're throwing out secret time.
Yeah.
I thought since Brian has been so lucky,
I thought for sure
we went to
hang
hang up last Saturday, and I was like, he's not coming skiing. That was
Can I-
another reason I
hold
thought we
on.
were gonna have a lot of room.
All right, very quick thing because we're getting to an hour here. Me and Chris restarted the dance floor at the hang up last.
On the upstairs.
No!
Upstairs.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not even joking. We went upstairs. Our Uber
There
got
was
canceled.
like one person on the dance
4
floor.
or 5 times. It was just me and Chris and fucking creepo dude who was like basically sexually harassing people.
Oh.
But me and Chris restarted that dance floor. I mean, it went from just me and Chris awkwardly because they have the monitor up too, so you can see the dance floor.
In the basement then.
No.
No,
Upstairs.
it's upstairs.
upstairs.
They have
My
one-
fault.
They got cameras everywhere.
It went from like me and him awkwardly dancing just together and having
dressed
fun
up.
to the entire dance floor was full
That's
by the
awesome.
time we were leaving.
Good for you two. I felt bad because I remember you guys coming out with me, and I thought you guys were probably just sitting by the door waiting.
No.
You guys are killing it.
Oh,
That's
no.
so awesome.
It was incredible.
I could not tell you how jealous I am right
There
now.
was like a moment where I was like, "This is the tipping point. It's either going to go back to nothing, or and then
You
it
guys
got
just threw it
packed.
up.
Oh,
You
it
guys
was
threw it
awesome.
up.
It's
That's
awesome.
Joe and me have done that a few times.
Oh, it's the
That's-
best.
Oh,
We're known for it.
yeah.
No, we've
and
done
Brian
it,
were having
and we've done it in other states.
Oh, yeah.
We've done it in Michigan. We've done it in Wisconsin. We've done it tons of times here in Chicago.
There was a great time. Me and Brian were in the back part of the
Oh,
basement
yeah.
where we were just dancing. There was like 2 couples, and that was just me and Brian. These people were looking at me and Brian like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And like we kind of looked around, and we're like, "The fuck did Peter and Joe go?" So we kind of made a circle around, and then we're like, "No, we'll just stay right here and keep dancing." And then eventually, guys. Oh no, we were gonna make our way back upstairs. You guys like, nah. Let's back.
Yeah, it got a little weird up there. If you haven't been to Hang Up, if you come to Chicago,
It's the hang uppy.
check out the Hang Up.
HANGGE.
It's
UPPE.
the best.
Hang
The best.
Hang uppy.
The
You got-
best.
you got
The best
two
is the best
very
is a
different
relative
types of
term,
music.
yeah.
You
Little
got
old
the basement with a
school,
lot of old
yeah,
school,
and a little hip hop on the top.
and then
All right,
If you go there before 12 o'clock, you got a problem.
no, good time. You don't have to pay cover.
You just won't be. You just won't. It won't be. There
Yeah.
won't be a lot.
You'll get some guy in the basement trying to pour Jose Cuervo down your throat.
It's possible.
Good.
We'll say cliffhanger. We'll say the first time we went to Hang Up next week.
Was that the first time?
The first time we ever went.
Was it the first time?
Yes.
When Chris talked about it?
No, the first time I ever went. I'll tell you about it, and you know about it.
I'm sure I was there.
So feel good story. I thought this was a great story. In the love of dogs, because I've listened to podcast 66. Check it out on YouTube. Check it on wherever you can check it out. If this is your first time looking
all
at
platforms,
go get it. We talked about cats, and they're kind of a pain in the butt. And then Pat said dogs are just the same way.
From the guy whose dog stalks me around his house every time I get in there, looks like that dog doesn't move anywhere in time except when I get that door.
She knows.
Listen,
that dog hasn't moved. Like if I wasn't in that house, that dog would be lean and mean.
Yeah,
chasing me around the house.
That's so true. But there was a guy who was in a crash in New Hampshire. I'm sorry, and this guy clipped because there's been a lot of snowstorms.
Is that England or New Hampshire?
New Hampshire, yeah. And you know why? It's because Hampshire and England. You know, like New York is just. It was York. And
York, yeah.
It's just New York, yeah.
Yep.
But
we say
a car. This guy in his car spun out, crashed. He had his loyal dog in there, a female German Shepherd.
Okay.
A female German Shepherd gets on the highway and walks until cars start to see it and stop, and it won't let it be touched. And then the cops come. And this female German Shepherd leads the cops back to the car where the guy was injured, and they pulled the guy out of the car.
Wow.
And, like, saves his life. Because if he would have been stuck, because it was off the road, he couldn't see it, and would have saved his life.
I'm looking at Pat. He was about to say something. I was like, don't you dare ruin it.
Don't you
dare ruin it.
I'll say post-podcast.
Then the other thing is, there was another one, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but in Los Angeles this week.
Yes, this is, incredible.
Plane crashed. Like, this guy was flying his plane, and he had some
It was like a single-engine plane. It was a real small plane.
And instead of, like, taking it out into, like, he tried to land it on these train tracks.
Oh, yep, I saw this, yeah.
And the cops grabbed him out with less than...
he was at an intersection where there's a train going by.
Yeah.
On top of the tracks.
But he landed a plane on the train tracks.
Yeah.
You say land. I mean, it really did crash.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't move
bloody
this
as
thing.
all.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, but he crashed, but the train's coming.
Yeah,
and the train's coming.
And the cops are there up to the second trying to... Instead of being selfish...
Oh, man.
People are counting it down like, hey, let's go.
You could hear the train honking in the background, like, just going.
One of the cops is like, forget it. If he's going to die, let's go. And they grab him and
hold him out as
later,
they're running away. It couldn't have been better time. It was like a movie.
Oh,
just
insane.
Came through and just
They should all be recognized as absolute heroes.
Oh, he's incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't. I don't think he was probably pretty injured.
Definitely injured. Didn't die though. Yeah. And really, I mean, the only reason was because those guys pulled him out.
Oh, absolutely.
It was. I think it was 4 cops. There was a couple men, couple women in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible.
And then the last thing is something I want the Saturday Night Pregame podcast and all the S&P peers to hopefully, let's try to drive this. But there's a national blood shortage in America right now.
Oh, okay.
And it's the Red Cross has considered it a at the peak level. Like, this is like, it's almost, I forget what they call that, where critical stage. Yes, absolutely. So it's a critical, like, we haven't been like, they haven't done this since like World War II. And if you go give blood in the month of January, they'll give you register yourself for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Super Bowl, 3 nights, flight there, and then you can join the tailgate too for the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Random question. Do any of you guys know what type of blood you are?
I was about to ask this. I do.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know mine.
B.
I'm B positive.
That's not bad.
No, I'm universal.
I thought O was universal.
Wait, what are you, Chris?
I'm like, I can get blood from anybody. O is rare, but O is
Isn't
like...
O can go to anybody, but O can only take O.
Yeah. And AB can go...
Isn't AB negative really, like...
AB can get all of them, like, pretty much. Like,
Wait,
any type...
What are you?
I think I'm AB, or I'm either A or B. AB or B, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think you may be... I'm not 100% sure. You're either A or O, I think.
Yeah.
You may be rare.
I have no idea.
Not a good thing.
B positive.
B positive, okay.
Yeah.
And you have no
Just
idea.
like my lifestyle.
No
B
clue.
positive.
No clue.
So because of the pandemic, no one's been giving blood. No one's.
I would imagine, yeah.
And we're at crisis stage.
That's
And
interesting. I didn't know that.
We need to donate blood. So the S&P Saturday Night Pregame podcast is going to definitely be. We're all 5 of us plus Pepsi, so 4 plus 5 plus 1 is 5. We're going to go and give blood. We're going to get ourselves signed up for the Super Bowl. And I'm going to tweet the story out so you can see it and see what you need to do. But let's get out there and let's give some blood because tons of people need this, and unfortunately, I think most people don't even know where you can get blood. There used to be a ton of blood drives.
There's tons of places all over.
But there are absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's if it's not right in front of you, people don't do it. But we need to get out there and do it. People need they need this blood, and we're at really low levels. And if anything ever happened, like if we're at low levels now, and then let's say something really bad happens, where we're gonna be at?
God forbid we all go back in.
Yeah,
got to get that blood out.
Yes, sir.
Get blood.
I think that was it then. So I think we're good. Thank you for joining us here again on a beautiful Saturday night. Chris, lead us out, baby.
In the immortal words of Vince Vaughn, you had me at blood and semen. Bye!